Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Gators will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. Turns it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the tough.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. He's going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Wheeler.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Trying play action. Going for it all. Touchdown Sooners! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the air, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it behind the line. It's Webb. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Here's the handoff. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slips away. Wiggles free. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to pass. grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. At second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this.
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
The Sooners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find it.
To the air, it's Mateer. Trying to barrel in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Wilson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Gators will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And they tacked on the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Going downfield for the big play. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll open the second half with a run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Touchdown, Sooner! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Under fire. Escapes trouble. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Complete downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's now over 150 yards receiving. Might be worth noting that Taylor Jacobs holds the single-game record with 246.
Yeah, and when you've got speed on the outside, find them, bro. I mean, if those are guys that are going to make plays, those are the guys I'm going to feature and continue to find. And so far, he hasn't disappointed. So if I'm Florida, I'm going to keep exploiting that matchup.
He's looking deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Gator. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Using his legs, it's up. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. This time he's got it. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. The give on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. Past the 30. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got his man quickly. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He's loose. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Lagway. Quarterback now breaking the field. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Might as well give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Wilson. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there like in the last play.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back late in the game, trailing by only one possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
The Sooners just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wheeler. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the back. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Takes it the other way. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida!
Coming into this game, you just felt like which team has the ball last may win the game, and it feels like it's coming down to that now. A massive score for the offense. Under 2 minutes to play. The extra point is going to tie it. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to finish up.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Fair catch, called for and made. first snap of the drive from the 25. Corner's going to give them room. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, they're after him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Skips away from pressure. He throws one to the left. He's got it along the sideline. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. So here comes our first play of overtime. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. If he runs this back, this game's over. Trying to take it back. The 20. He's in. A game-winning touchdown in overtime. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. It's a seam wide open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Love the play call of the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. He fires a bullet to the right. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Throwing right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
The push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
as that's the final play here in the first period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. We'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You're going to get some of this with this guy, and that's okay. You live with it as an offense. He'll make some big, enormous plays for your team. But this time, man, just too much dancing. Trying to make a big play, trying to get out of the situation. Nice job by the defense corralling him and getting him on.
Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Bulldogs. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the...
It's a running room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Right back to the well. Oh, out of space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking to throw it, Shapen. Extending the play. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Past the 50. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
On the move. Oh, they knock him free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, he'll force it, tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. He's looking to throw. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Direct snap. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thompson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to throw. It's Shapen. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Rams him with the stiff arm. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. He might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finding open areas. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He'll get rid of it. He's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback adapting. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened there.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Rides to back and leaves it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Pressure coming. Going for 6. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To throw, it's Shapen. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
On the ground, it's Booth. Wide open spaces.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent, chains are moving, clock still going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Might as well stick with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
And he got just enough of that one. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. of this drive will come from their own 17. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, to understand, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service.
Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Gators will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Sooner!
statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Handoff to the single running back. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the boys of Old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Oh, he dropped it! Recovered by the defense, and he's off! He's tracked to the ground, but what a play there! Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling right and going deep. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made the extra point without problem. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Off play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Now the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down miss spot. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Sooners decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Cradles it at the 35. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1.
Florida 14, Oklahoma 13.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Webb. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Florida 14, Oklahoma 13.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Webb. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
I'll tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations. Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Wilson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Working that wide receiver screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. The Gators will move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
Oklahoma, 16-14.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing.
Turning on the Jets.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Quarterback making checks. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. To the air, it's Lagway. Escapes trouble. Touchdown, Gators! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air, it's Lagway. Finds his man, it's Wilson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab deep. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? A quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down. And catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on second down. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. The Dogs are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Fights off a defender. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver with jet sweep pass. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down.
Florida 14, Georgia 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He's going up top. Makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going.
There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Georgia going up tempo. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince.
Going airborne. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Trying to bull his way in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
He's got it, 1st down and more. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Daniels. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They'll move the tight end. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Lagway. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They've got him down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Fires on the move. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. A fair catch called for and made. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the ground, it's Daniels. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds. 17-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's dealt. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Georgia comes quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Georgia! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. No huddle, offense to the line.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. That's caught. It's Daniels.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires left. Makes a connection. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. The Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play.
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the toss. Plows through the defense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Georgia going up tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Grab near the marker. It's dealt. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third.
Florida 28, Georgia 15.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Now he's going to break the pocket. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Yeah, I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Wilson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They go to the ground. Turning it on. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Gators enter the final minute with the lead. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. He's got enough for the first down. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Leads it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration. And they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a run. They'll spot it at the 10.
Man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
He's loose. Ripping through the defense. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daniels. It's a seam wide open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make...
Oh, he found a space on the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Steps away to find some room. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll send the back in motion. Might be changing the route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown. And this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. 1 play, and they put it on the board. returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this first quarter after that fantastic play. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. With the catch, it's Daniels. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To throw, it's Lagway. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Offense in a split backfield. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Ready to fire from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just trying to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Avoids pressure. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
When you get third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is...
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Gators will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Simpson. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown time!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on 4th down? Fires to the middle. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Lots of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And here they come almost all the way back. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The inside handoff. Oh, out of space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Wide open spaces. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator.
Number 3, Stevie Hill.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.